just have this huge network of astronomers all over the globe. So this is a cool thing for me to discover.
And just to let you know, Bernie, we're a little over 2 minutes away from peak annularity. As soon as that happens, we're gonna break away for just a second so we can enjoy it. So I just want to let you know that's going to happen. So you're heavily into space and science, is that correct?
Well, I grew up in a very scientific family. My father we only have 2 minutes, so I can't explain all of it. He was a Catholic priest who had a number of degrees in science, in biology and chemistry and physics, and then masters in chemistry and biology as well. So they always fostered any interest that I had, in science. And as a kid growing up in the Star Wars era, a lot of it tended towards space. And then in the 80s, during the heyday of the shuttle program. So my dad always fostered that interest. He actually took a turn later in his career where he worked on the Super Collider in Texas. So he kind of went the other direction. Instead of going out into the unlimited vastness of the universe, he was focusing more down on the subatomic level.
I've asked every one of our guests so far, with the exception of Mike Paolucci, our boss. I've asked everyone what they think of when they see an eclipse. Does it do anything for you? Does it touch you somehow spiritually, Bernie?
Well, I think what it does to me is I tend to think of, the knowledge we have now as a civilization versus, in previous centuries. And what did other people think when they saw this? What did it mean to them and how did they explain it? We know why it happens. But, if you were experiencing this for the first time, you just happened to be in Chile, and if this was taking place and we didn't have this knowledge, what would it mean to you? What was the impact it would have on you? So, and I don't know, I get a little wrapped up in that, honestly.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. I don't think there's a way or a moment that you can actually look at something like this and not be affected by it.
Yeah, and it's like, you think about, cultures and things when they see this as some kind of spiritual sign, and it could actually lead. It's one of these things that takes place in the universe. That's a very natural thing that when it happens, and it's the human reaction to it, which can lead to negative consequences, and I think we deal with that now with a lot of other things with science, and the way we try to approach or regulate science it's just the human being's reaction to it. Look at this. It's coming around right now.
Yeah, this is it. Peak annularity. We're looking at it right now, Bernie. This is the actual ring of fire that we've been looking forward to. As you can plainly see, the shadow of the moon does not completely cover the sun, and that's the effect that we get, the halo, if you will, the ring of fire. It's magnificent. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a screenshot of this because I want to keep it, at least for posterity, on my desktop. That's awesome.
And it's not going to last very long.
No, it's not. Just a few seconds, and then it moves off to the left, at least here. In other parts of the world, the angle's different, but this is what it looks like from our observatory in Chile.
Wow, look at that.
Just incredible, and you can just imagine how ancient civilizations reacted when they saw something like this.
Yo, can't even begin to imagine, especially if they were, right in the center of the event. There it goes.
And there's your ring of fire, folks, right there.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Hard to believe that's our sun that we see every day. It's so interesting to see something from a totally new perspective. Look at that.
That is mind-boggling. Holy cow.
It really is. I mean, there's so many things there, too. It's like just even the size of the two objects versus their distance in space from us that we can see something like that. It's like, what needs to take place in order for that to happen?
Yeah, not only that, you have to be in the right location. We've been talking about this. People in North America get shut out. People in North Asia, Russia, they have no chance of seeing this. Later, we'll have a feed from Angola. Angola is right in the path. And oh man, that's just. I'm sorry. I'm speechless.
I know. It's just amazing to see these massive bodies, moving across each other like this, and it's just like you get this tiny little ring. I'm just fascinated by, the way these celestial bodies formed, and then how just the coincidence that would take for them to be the size that they are, the distance they are from us, to be able to create something like this. To me, it's just absolutely fascinating.
Your company, Rooster Teeth, you've done some